first blowing up in the scene for his colorful personality. Paired with bubbly and catchy songs like Minnesota, Broccoli, and One Night, he disrupted the game with his unique and arguably controversial sound and received plenty of love along with more than a fair share of hate. But in recent times, the artist has shifted himself into the genres of other music, along with bettering his rapping abilities and versatility. So with that being said, this is why you should respect Lil Yachty.
What was it about Soulja Boy that you took to so much?
I don't know. It just the way he came up. It was different. It was a whole new wave. Like the whole way he took over the internet. I followed kind of in his footsteps in a way.
Born in Mabletown, Georgia, Lil Yachty would grow up listening to artists like Kanye, Coldplay, Lil B, and most importantly, Soulja Boy, who would in the future heavily influence Yachty with the way he was able to use the internet to his advantage. He would end up leaving Georgia in 2015 for college at Alabama State University, where he quickly realized how much he hated it and had to find a way out ASAP. The rapper said he always knew he was destined to be rich and famous, and school just wasn't for him, but college wasn't just a complete waste of time. Even though his time there wasn't long, Yachty would end up joining a school club called the Yacht Club, and being the youngest member there at the time, he would start calling himself Lil Yachty and just ran with it ever since. Sadly, not long into the school year, he would get arrested for credit card fraud while shopping in Florida. Yachty used this as a fuel to chase his dreams. After being released, he would go on to drop out of Alabama State and start making music with K Supreme and producer Burberry Perry. The three of them would make songs in Yachty's bedroom till eventually one special song called Minnesota would be aired on Drake's OVO Sound radio station in 2015. This would give the rapper a boost in numbers and fans on Soundcloud, along with that taste of fame Lil Yachty always wanted. The rapper's success put him into contact with the founder of Quality Control Music and also put him in the same room with rappers like the Migos. And if it wasn't obvious enough, this was all pointing to his eventual joint venture deal with QC, Motown, and Capitol Records, eventually performing at Rolling Loud and making the legendary 2016 XXL freshman list. He would also go on to sign endorsement deals with Nautica, Sprite, and Target at the time. It was easy to say he definitely had the industry in a chokehold in only 2 years.
My generation completely changed it. 100%. We changed the rules. We made it. Like, my whole thing was to make it so that rap didn't have to be so angry. You know, it was so hood, it was so street, so gangster, so...
In 2016, Lil Yachty released his legendary mixtape, Lil Bo, launching him into superstardom almost instantly at only 18. The mixtape was fun and carefree, just like how the rapper was at the time, full of catchy hooks and generally just music that would make your day better. But people still took it for what it was, and while it's still Lil Yachty's most important project to date, it's definitely not his best in terms of quality. It had simple wordplay and basic melodies, which didn't really take away from the project at all. Let's be honest, the SoundCloud wave wasn't full of very intricate music yet at the time, and on top of that, people didn't really know what to expect from Lil Yachty. But the mixtape would set that standard, and in a way, it almost boxed him in, leaving people to wonder if he would really even be around for that long anyways. But by 2017, Yachty would start to face even more backlash, and that same year, he would be nominated for a Grammy and release his debut album, Teenage Emotions. Now, that album would receive very mixed reviews to say the least, and Yachty himself said he struggled while making it due to pressure from his label and fans. With Teenage Emotions being criticized so heavily, Lil Yachty would start to take his critiques personally and would already start trying to better his craft with his next project, Lil Bo 2, where he would be less focused on the autotune heavy melodies and go for a more trap influenced project. And while it did perform really good, it was another hit or miss, and this would mark his steady decline in sales numbers, with Lil Bo 3 and Nothing to Prove both performing worse, even though in my opinion the quality of the music was getting better and better, especially by the time Lil Bo 3 came out. But after dropping Michigan Boy Boat in 2021, with the intentions to help spotlight a genre of music that he loves and help put artists from the Michigan scene onto a bigger audience, it would mark another big change in Yachty's career, but definitely not the biggest. After 2 years with nothing but singles, one particular song would get leaked, exposing his new sound to the world. He would go on to release Poland officially, and the song would go viral almost overnight, hyping up his most progressive album to date, a psychedelic rock project called Let's Start Here. It was by far his most challenging and unique piece of work, also the one he put the most care and effort into, and it paid off with this being the most recent and probably biggest turning point in Yachty's career. He finally gained the respect as an artist he's been wanting for years now, and since then, every single he's dropped has done numbers. Fans have taken a strong liking to his new vocals, paired with the more atmospheric, experimental rap music he's been pushing, and this new Yachty era is gonna be legendary. Lil Yachty was at the forefront of a new wave of music that people weren't expecting to be around long, even though it ended up being the stepping stones to all the music that comes out now. He just wanted to have fun making music. It wasn't so serious for him, and that's okay. Of course, as time went on, he wanted to be seen for what he knows he always was, and that's a versatile rapper and artist. It took time for people to stop labeling him as that low-effort autotune kid, but now that they finally have, it's safe to say this next era of his career is gonna be special, and probably my personal favorite. Through all the love and all the hate, he always bettered his craft. But hey, that's the end of the video. Y'all think I did Yachty justice, man? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'm excited for another project for him. Hopefully we don't gotta wait too long. With all that being said, we about to hit 300 subs if we haven't already by the time this video goes up. If you enjoyed the video, man, you know what to do. I appreciate all the love. I'm out.